Alright guys, is Loblaws being the good guy? Are their products really cheaper? And are they just as good as name brand? Hi, I'm Mathieu. I'm a little nasally because I'm getting over the Rona. And in this video, we're gonna go over the hot topic lately, which is no name better than brand name? And can you save money? It's something that the media has been putting out. So I thought, while I'm stuck here with recovering from the Rona, I would do a bit of a dive on no name. So with that being said, please like, subscribe, hit that notifications bell for my channel. Helps me out, helps you know when I'm putting out another video, whether it be mindfulness or biohacking or whatever. Just hit the bell, hit those things, and then we'll be good. All right, let's go. So here are some comparisons that were put out in the media today comparing pricing on no-name items versus brand name items. And a lot of people are going to the grocery store to do the groceries, because I don't know why else you would go there. But we're looking for deals. A lot of people have to look for deals. They have to cut corners due to inflation and everything going up in this world. So I think they have a really good point where it's just showing people, hey, when you go to the grocery store, look for these items. You'll probably save some money on your grocery bill. Whether it's $5 or $20 or more, that go a long way for somebody. So I do give kudos for them putting it out there, showing people that you can save money doing this. My stance is, okay, now what are you getting for saving this money? All right, I've gone ahead and picked 3 things that we can compare. I picked apple juice, I picked Eggo waffles, because who doesn't love those? And I've picked regular chips. I compared 3 basic things that I think a lot of family households purchase, so we're gonna figure out what the pricing is, and I will also let you know, before I forget, because I'm recovering from the Rona, I compared, obviously no name through Loblaws, but I also compared every product that I'm comparing it with a brand name through Walmart. And I specifically stuck with one store so you can see the price comparison between Loblaws and their no name being a discount brand, and Walmart typically having better pricing for groceries. Let's get started. So first one, we'll start with Eggos, because again, who doesn't like Eggos? Now, through my little research, I compared regular, original Eggos for both no name and through Kellogg's. So here we have 230 calories per serving. So that's 2 Eggos for no name. And then you have 180, so less calories for Kellogg's for the same serving. So everything has the exact same serving here. Fats are 11 for no name, 5 for Kellogg's. Carbs, 28 grams of carbs in no name, 31 in Kellogg's. They both have 1 gram of fiber. No name, shockingly, has 1 less gram of sugar at 3. From Kellogg's showing 4. Sodium is a little high in the no name, in my opinion, at 460. And Kellogg's at 280. So that's also very important when we're looking at food, is what is the sodium content and everything else I just mentioned. Protein, 5 in no name and 4 in Kellogg's. Now, both of these, the quantity of 16 per box, the price difference. So we're gonna go no name is $5.79 a box at Loblaws. And then we're gonna go to Walmart and we're gonna get this Kellogg's original brand, which I picked the store nearest to me, was $5.47. This shocked me that they were more expensive, the no-name brand, because of the canola oil that's in. And if you've seen my videos, you know I hate canola oil. Is a cheap, fat chemical storm that they put in food. And they have this in no-name brand. They do not have it in the named brand, Kellogg's. They have enriched wheat flour, which isn't horrible, but it's better than this modified milk ingredients in the canola that they have in no name. So why it's more expensive, I don't know, but I don't like it. But this goes to show you need to shop around. Just because something says no name doesn't mean it's going to be cheaper than brand names. Shop around. All right, next one up to bat is apple juice. So the comparison is the no name is the 2-liter bottle and the Allen's is 1.89. Calories, 120 per serving on no name, 110 on Allen's. Very similar. There's no fat in any of them. 2 more carbs in no name versus Allen's at 29. There's no fiber in either of them. No name has a bit more sugar at 26 grams versus the 25 in Allen's. No sodium in no name, 15 in Allen's. No protein in either. The Allen's is more expensive at $2.78, which is also interesting because it's a smaller bottle than the 2-liter you get at $1.49. So these are based on 1 cup. So let's also preface this with, that's 1 cup. So if you're someone that's having like a giant glass that's like 2 cups equivalent, understand that you're drinking about 50 grams of sugar. 50. Yeah. And we all know y'all ain't measuring. So again, this was matched with Walmart, closest location to me. The Allen's brand, it is a little bit more expensive, but there's only 2 ingredients. It's concentrate, which is enough because it means they're stripping all the nutrients from it. And then they've added vitamin C to it. So there's 2 ingredients in there, concentrate and vitamin C. But then you have the no-name brand, right? It's cheaper. Cool. But it's not. They've actually added sugar, fructose, to the juice. It's also a concentrate, has malic acid, natural and artificial flavors like caramel and ascorbic acid, which is a version of vitamin C. So yes, you are paying cheaper for the no-name, but there's a lot more stuff added to the apple juice versus the Allen's. You're getting a little bit less, you're paying more, but you're also avoiding all of the garbage they're putting into it. So in this case, I would pick the Allen's because there's less garbage in the mix. And the third one, chips. I picked just regular chips from No Name and picked Lay's regular from Walmart. So calories per serving, they're very similar. 270 for No Name, 280 for Lay's. And this is all based on, again, the same kind of packaging and same serving size, which is 50 grams. Fats, very much similar, 17 for No Name, 18 for Lay's. Carbs, also very close, 27 for No Name, 26 for Lay's. 2 grams of fiber for No Name, 1 for Lay's. There's no sugar. Sodium, interesting one. I would have thought the sodium would have been higher for No Name, but it's actually 210. Sodium for Lay's, 330. Same amount of protein, 3. Now we'll look at price here. It's on a 235 gram bag. We're looking at $3.27 for Lay's and $2.49 for No Name. What is the big difference here? Why is it more expensive for Lay's versus No Name? Again, canola oil. Canola oil is cheap. It's a cheap ingredient, which is why so many products use canola oil instead of like coconut oil, or good oil is cheap. So they throw it in everything. Again, go watch my video on canola oil. I hate it. So they have canola oil and or mid-oleic sunflower oil containing citric acid and salt, whereas Lay's is potato, vegetable oil, salt. I would probably pick the Lay's over the No Name because I cannot stand canola oil. I also don't like a lot of vegetable oils either, but if I had to pick the 2, I would go with the vegetable oil, even though I don't even use that in real life. So by just these small comparisons, we know that the reason why you're usually paying cheaper prices for stuff is due to the ingredients, and it's something you have to look out for. So everything I read when it comes to, fats, fiber, carbs, all that, that's great to look at, but you need to start looking at ingredients, and that will determine, first off, whether you should buy it or not, but why it's so much cheaper. But here's the funny thing. Even though I compared these 3, and 1 out of the 3, actually that's a lie, I did compare another one, it was peanut butter, and the Kraft actually came up cheaper than the No Name on regular peanut butter. I just don't want to hold you guys up and start comparing a whole bunch of shit. So that being said, so 2 were cheaper for No Name, and 2 were cheaper for brand. Here's the thing. Through doing a little bit of research today, I could go and find brand names cheaper than No Name. All you have to do is do like a quick 30-second search, and you can even have apps for this, where it will find where is cheaper. So just because it's No Name doesn't mean it's cheaper, guys. And just because it's a brand name doesn't mean it's more expensive. Now, is Loblaws hurting? Are any big names hurting? Why is there such a huge inflation with a lot of these No Name brands? And is Loblaws being the good guy by saying, we're gonna do a price freeze because we're gonna be the good guy here? Well, let's check it out. So I'm here on a stats website looking at the stats for Loblaws. All right, so let's keep in mind here that these stats also include Loblaws, Shoppers, No Frills, Joe Fresh, President's Choice, obviously No Name, and Life Brand. So in 2019, the revenue in billion Canadian dollars was $48 billion. In 2020, we all know that was the start of a real good time, was $52.71 billion. And then in 2021, they improved that to $53.17 billion. So, I mean, them saying that they're going to put this price freeze because, you know, they're going to be the good guy looking for the consumer. Thanks. Now let's go over to Kraft. I thought this was really interesting, to be completely honest with you. So Kraft and Heinz, same company. Back in 2019, the revenue was $24.97 billion, which was actually a decline from 2018. In 2020, the year of a good time that started, they had an increase. So they went up, they had a 4.84 increase to $26.18 billion. But then in 2021, they actually had a decline from 2020 and went down 0.55%. And then it says here, Kraft Heinz revenue for the last 12 months ending June 30th of 2022 was at $25.63 billion, a 2.87 decline year over year. Now, it's interesting, like we know prices have increased, but when I was comparing, say, the peanut butter to No Name, Kraft actually came underneath No Name in pricing. So when I look at record profits, and, you know, we can go back to the stats thing, even back, I have it right in front of me here, from 2015 up until about 2019, they had like a pretty steady, like it was pretty the same up until that time. And then once the pandemic hit, Loblaws has actually grown exponentially. So I don't really know if this is a you're welcome or if we should be saying thank you to Loblaws after looking into some of this stuff. So the conclusion of this is, guys, do what's best for you. If you can afford it, eat Whole Foods. If you can't and you need to price shop, price shop. Just because it says No Name doesn't mean it's cheaper. Certainly doesn't mean that it's healthier for you. But I want you guys to start looking around, look at your options. Because just because the media is saying that, Rona, not sponsored. Just because the media is saying that they're coming up with a bill that's like $15 cheaper, doesn't mean they also did the research to find out where else can they get brand name stuff for the same or not cheaper price. And also understand that you get what you pay for. And I understand some people can't afford things sometimes, and so they are going to eat stuff that's maybe not as healthy for them. But what I am saying is, if that is you, please take the time to look around. There's plenty of apps on there that you can use that give you coupons, that give you deals, or even give you alerts when something goes on sale that you can save. Say it's Kraft peanut butter. You can actually save that product and it'll give you an alert when it's on sale. Look at your options. Don't read headlines. Do your own research. And know that there are healthy options that you can get at an affordable rate. If you guys have questions, please write them in the comments section. Love to hear what you guys have to say about this whole thing about Big Corp trying to play the big guy here. I personally, after seeing their growth and stuff, like I think it's just a publicity stunt, to be completely honest with you. Maybe it's not. Maybe they're gonna send me a bunch of no-name stuff as we love you. I don't know. But anyways, please like and subscribe, and we'll see you later.